If you're a regular viewer of the Fast Lane car, you know that at the end of our videos from the auto shows, we like to get the booth professionals to say, you saw it first on the Fast Lane car. And hopefully, this is indeed the first time you're seeing this, a 2016, that's right, check your calendar, a 2016 Kia Sorento. And the kind folks at Kia, well, they snuck me the keys before tomorrow's official drive program. So coming up next, the 2016 Kia Sorento first drive review. And hopefully, yes indeed, you did see it first on TFL. The big news is right here under the hood. There's a brand new 2-liter turbocharged direct injected engine that puts out 240 horsepower and is paired to a 6-speed automatic, in this case all-wheel drive. You can also get the returning Champ, the 185 2.4 liter, and if you really want the power, there's a 290 horsepower 6-cylinder. But this is the one we're curious about because this is the one that's brand new, so let's take it for a ride and see how it does up here in beautiful Lake Tahoe at elevation, no less. One of Kia's core virtues as a brand has always been value, and this 2016 Sorento is no different. Just looking around this cabin, I'm amazed at the amount of technology they stuffed in here. Over here, I have lane keep, I have blind spot monitoring, I have cooled seats, I have heated seats, I have a heated steering wheel, and check this out. I know these are becoming standard, but I'm always impressed when I see this, a panoramic sunroof. There's also a huge display with a surround view camera. There's just a lot of stuff you get in this, and Kia keeps their pricing very reasonable, so while you may not pay more than the competitors, you will certainly get more. So let's see how this Sorento drives. And I'm really curious about this new turbocharged direct injected engine because up at altitude, we love turbos because they put out a lot of power. Style-wise, I think you have to look pretty carefully to distinguish the outgoing model from the new model, but there are some very not so subtle clues. For instance, these LED lights, these headlights are kind of more pinched in, more aggressive. Overall, it's kind of a big jelly bean. I'll leave it up to you to decide whether you think Kia has done enough to distinguish it from the rest of the crossover crowd. Getting back to the turbocharged engine. Up here at Lake Tahoe, right by the ski area, we're almost at, I think, about 6,000 to 7,000. So about the same as in Colorado. So let's floor it. Not much happens right away. There goes the turbo. It's peppy, but there is a substantial amount of turbo lag. You know what? Let's try that one more time. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Oh my, that's where the power comes in. So yeah, it's peppy, but it certainly is not going to blow the doors off of, let's say, an EcoBoost Explorer. This brand spanking new Kia Sorento competes with other large crossovers like the Ford Explorer and of course even the Santa Fe XL. It can be configured as a 7-passenger family truckster, and for 2016 it's even bigger, 3 inches longer and a little bit wider, making it even that much more of a family truckster. It's funny because this car feels a lot sportier than it is. And there goes the turbo. Really boosting to that 6,000 RPM, and I love the fact that this has a traditional transmission. I know CVTs are much more fuel efficient, and they offer a greater return, at least from an MPG point of view, on your dollar. But from a driving perspective, a driver's perspective, you know, these traditional automatics are so much better. Now, in terms of driving, first of all, it's very comfortable. Inside the cabin is really where this Kia shines. Everything you touch is soft, everything looks expensive, everything feels like this car is punching above its weight in terms of interior fit and finish. It's a great place to spend a lot of time, and because the car is bigger, there's plenty of room for my big American you know what. And I have to say, I'm impressed by how much road feel is coming up from the wheels. All right, don't get excited. It's certainly not Lotus Elise-like feel, but for a large crossover, I can kind of tell where the wheels are, and I have a very well-dampened ride. It's not floaty. You know what? I wouldn't call the second row commodious, but it is very comfortable. I love this very soft and expensive to the touch leather. There's also a massive panoramic roof, and unfortunately my test vehicle doesn't have the third row, but if you had that third row back there, you can get the kiddos in the back. Instead, I've got a huge amount of space. Let me show you. All right guys, check it out. As the sun is setting over the California mountains here in Tahoe, I'm gonna get myself a la Nathan in here and see if I fit. Oh my, not only do I fit, but I think me, Nathan, Andre, and Emmy would all fit. There is that much room back here. All right, here comes the turn. Let's feel it around this corner. Let's see how much it leans. Brakes aren't great. A little bit of lean. We'll take it the other way. A little bit more lean. All right, so we can quickly determine that this is not a sports car. It's a big family truckster, but you knew that, I knew that. Of course, another cool thing about traditional manual, you can do this with a CVT too, but it's kind of fake, is you can put it over here in sport and you can shift the car yourself. So if you're really eager to kind of wring it out, there you go, second gear, look at that, I have complete control. At least until the car shifts, because I've hit red line and gone past it. But you know, it's a nice feature to have. That's right, I'm riding on 19s. You can also get 17s, but when we get these press vehicles, they're completely kitted out. Kia also says that the body is stiffer and that they've basically improved everything about the car. You know, I was talking about how this Kia punches above its weight class when it comes to the interior, and I think here you can really see, look at the size of the screen, look at kind of the tactile feel of this material, these buttons. There's a sense of design and style all coming together in a very simple yet elegant formula. Steering wheel, nice and fat. Well, on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, I'm going to say I don't know. It's not fair to you, and it's certainly not fair to Kia after I've only been behind the wheel for a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to say come back when we have a chance to drive it in Colorado. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Check out TFLcar.com for more news, views, and of course, everyday reviews. And don't forget, you saw it first. Really, you did on the Fast Lane Car. Ciao. Your hands are much prettier than mine.
Oh, thank you.
She's the one who gave me the car ahead of time, so you owe this to her. All you guys out there in YouTube land.
Yeah.
And she's a hell of a great first assistant.
That's right. Training for a new career, maybe. First assistant to the Fast Lane Car.